Hello guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another tutorial. In today's video I'll be showing you guys how to cut and sew this cute shift mini dress with bell shaped sleeves. If this sounds good to you and it's something you like to learn, then please stick to the end of this video. Don't forget to give me a giant thumbs up and also share this video to your friends. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to click on the subscribe button. Thank you. With that being said, let's get right into this video. So for this tutorial, I'm going to be making use of this soft crepe material, and I have 2 yards here with me. You can use any material of your choice. So I'm going to start by folding this material into two, as you can see, for the front bodies, and I'll make sure that what I'm folding is going to be enough for what I want, the width of this dress. So I'm just cross-checking to see if it's too wide or if it's enough. And I discovered that it was too wide, so I'm going to be shifting it a little bit backwards. Now from the top, I came down 36 inches for the length of this gown. Now you can do whatever inches or length that you want. Totally depends on you. But for this tutorial, I'm going to be working with 36 inches for the length of this gown. And I'm just cross-checking to see that what I have is correct. And I'm just redrawing this line. So I'm going to be going over to the starting point once more and inputting now for my shoulder measurement. My shoulder measurement is 16 divided by 2 gives me 8. So that's what I'm just marking right there. Now from that top, I'm going to be coming down 11 inches. That's my shoulder to the bust point. So I'm just going to mark that right there. And let me quickly apologize for the chalk not being that visible on the material. I'm so sorry. So the next thing I'll do now is to transfer my half shoulder measurement to the bust point like so, and then I'll connect those 2 points together with a straight ruler. Now after I'm done doing that, I'm going to be coming down 1 inch for the shoulder slope right there, and then from the end of that point I'll come down 8 inches for my chest line, and I'm going to mark that across like so. Now for the neck measurement, I'm going to be going out 3.5 inches for the neck width, and then I'll be coming down 3.5 inches as well for the neck depth, and then I'll connect it together with my hand. You can use your curved ruler for that if you want. And then for the extension of the neck, the depth of the extension, I'm going to be coming down from that 3.5 mark by another 3.5 inches. You can do 4 or 5 inches if you want. And then for the width of that extension, I'm going to be going out by 1/2 inch like so. For the width of, or how wide I want the extension to be, is 1/2 inch, and then I'll connect it back into the neckline like so. So this is how the shape is going to go for the neckline of the front. Now the next thing I will do is to connect the shoulder slope from the neck width to the 1 inch that I came down by on the shoulder slope like so. So from the starting point, I'm going to measure 17 inches down. That will serve as my waistline point. And then from my waistline, I'm going to be coming down 9 inches from there. That will serve as my hip point. So I'm going to mark that 9 inches from the waistline. I'll just mark that across. So on the waistline, I'll divide my waist circumference by 4 and then place it there. And then I'll be adding 2 inches of ease right there. You can add more than 2. You can add 3 inches if you want. Depends on how free you want this gown to be. I'll repeat the same process for the hip. I will divide my hip by 4 and then I'll be adding 2 inches extra for ease. And then I'll transfer whatever I have on the hip line. I'll transfer it to the hem line like so. The next thing that I'll be doing is to place my bust circumference divided by 4 on the chest line, and I'll be adding 2 inches of ease just like I did for the other part. And then on that line, I'm going to be taking the midpoint and coming out from the midpoint by 1/2 inch so I can connect these points together to form the armhole for this outfit. So I'll just take my pattern master now and connect all these points together. The next thing that I will do now is to connect the side seam. So I'll be connecting from the underarm like so, that's the bust point, to the waistline like so, and then I'll be using my hand to connect from the waistline to the hip line and then to the hem line like so. And then you have two options in connecting the side seam. You can either disregard the waistline and just draw a straight line connecting to the bust point like so, or the underarm, or you can just follow the outline of the waistline for your shape. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to be cutting it along the shape of the waist. I'm not going to be drawing just a straight line from the M-line to the bust point. I'll just follow the shape of the waist towards the M-line like so. Now, after getting that out of the way, I'm going to be adding sewing allowances round this fabric. So I'll be adding 1 inch to the side seam, 1 inch to the M-line, half an inch to the armhole, half an inch to the shoulder, and then half an inch round the neckline before I cut it out. Please guys, give me thumbs up for this video and share to your friends. If you are new here, please don't forget to click on the subscribe button. Thank you. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, I just want to quickly show you the neck design. So this is how the neck is going to be for this front. Now the next thing that I will do now is to fold this front, and I'm going to be pinning it because this material moves a lot. So I'll be pinning it down so it doesn't shake or move, and then I'll be spreading it on another fabric to cut the back bodies. Now I went ahead to fold this fabric into just like I did for the front, and I placed the front bodies on this fold part of the fabric. Now this is not going to be having any zipper allowance. It's a free gown, no zipper or anything, so every other thing remains the same for this gown except the neckline. So for the neckline, I'm going to be coming down by 1 inch for the neck depth, but the neck width remains the same as the front. I hope you understand. So I'll just be coming down by 1 inch. You can do 1.5 inches, depends on what you want, and then I'll be connecting it back to the sewing allowance left at the front neckline. Towards the shoulder area, the sewing allowance left at the shoulder area is where I connected the neck to. So I'm just cross checking what I have there, and if I'm satisfied with that, I'll just go ahead and cut this. Now at the armhole for the back, I'm going to be coming out by half an inch at the middle of the armhole for the back. I'm not going to be following the same armhole for the front. And now I'm going to cut this material out. And here are the pieces for both the front and the back, as you can see. So I'm going to be tracing gum stay on this front neckline, and then I'll be ironing the gum stay on the wrong side of this front. After I was done ironing the gum stay to the front neckline, this is what I have. And after that, I also went ahead to cut lining for the front bodies. Now cutting lining is not compulsory, you can decide to skip it, but I decided to just cut lining for this tutorial. And I also made sure that the lining was 1 inch shorter than the length of the main fabric. So I'm going to be joining at the shoulder, at the neckline, at the side seam, and then I'll also go ahead to fold in the M-line of the lining. And note that I'm joining the lining and the main fabric right sides facing each other. Okay, now I'm going to be repeating the same process for the back bodies and the lining, and then after doing that, I'll go ahead to join the front and back bodies together. And this is what I'm going to be having after joining the two pieces together. I'm sorry, I think I lost part of the footage. The camera wasn't filming when I was joining these two parts together, so sorry about that, guys. The next thing to do is to cut the sleeves for this outfit, but before I do that, I'm going to be measuring the armhole from the front like so. So I'll take my tape measure and place it on the tip or the joining of the shoulder. I'm going to be measuring it to the underarm joining like so, and then I have 11 inches. I'm going to be cross checking at the other side as well to see what I have there, and approximately I have like 11 inches as well. So I'm just going to assume that I have 22 inches for the two sleeves, for the armhole, the round armhole from front to back. So I'm going to be using that as reference when I'm cutting the sleeves for this outfit. So for the sleeves, I'm going to be marking a line across like so. That will serve as the starting point for the sleeve measurement. Now from that point, I'm going to be marking my long sleeve because it's going to be a long sleeve. So that's 27 from the shoulder point or the starting point. So that's what I'm marking right there. The next thing that I'm going to do is to come down from the starting point by 5 inches. That will serve as the cap height. So I'm marking 5 inches from the starting point. and then I'm just cross-checking to see that I have a straight line. Now on that line, I'm going to be marking my round sleeve divided by 2, then I'll be adding 2 inches for ease. So the midpoint of that, I'm going to be taking it, that is it right there. So from that midpoint, I'm going to transfer that midpoint on that cap height to the top line or the starting point. I'll transfer it there. Now from that point again, I'm going to be coming down by 6 centimeters. That's what I'm marking. Now I'm going to be using that 6 centimeters as reference to draw the shape of this sleeve cap. So that's just what I'm trying to draw there. So I'll just connect it to meet the line on the cap height. I hope you understand. So I'm going to cross check if I have 11 inches that I measured on my outfit for the armhole, and I think I have 11 inches. So I'm just going to redraw the line. The next thing that I'll be doing now is to move to the curve line or the wrist line, and I'll be placing my round wrist divided by 2 on that line. Then from the starting point, I'll be coming down 16 inches for my elbow line. So that's just what I'm marking right there. And then I'll go ahead to place my round elbow divided by 2. I'll be placing it on that line as well. Then I'll just use free hand to connect from the wrist to the elbow and then to the underarm like so. Now, in order for us to achieve the bell shape, I'm going to be extending that wrist line by 5 inches. You can do more, depends on how wide you want the sleeve or the bell to be. But I'm going to be coming out by 5 inches from that line. And then at the elbow, I'm going to be coming out by about 1.5 inches or 2 inches, depends on how curved you want that elbow to be. And then from that point, I'm just going to be joining it in a curved way from the wrist to the elbow and then to the underarm like so. You can make it straight, you might not make it as curved as this. You can make it straight, totally depends on your preference, but I want mine to be a little bit curved like this. So I'm just going to redraw this line. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is to go over to that edge and come up by about 1 inch. You can do 1 inch or 1.5 inches. Totally depends on your design and what you want. So it's not compulsory. You can actually leave your sleeve like this if you want. But I came up by 1 inch, and then I'll be connecting it back into that line like so, into the center of the sleeve like so. And after I'm done doing that, I'll be adding allowances around this. So I'll be adding 1 inch for this side seam, half an inch for the top of the sleeve, and then 1 inch to fold the sleeve in. And then I'll go ahead and cut the sleeve out. So I'm just going to be using this to cut the second sleeve. Now after I'm done, this is what I have. Now I'm just going to go ahead and fold in the hem line of the sleeve before attaching it to the outfit. And this is what I have after attaching the sleeves to the outfit. And I also went ahead to fold in the hemline of this outfit with the 1 inch allowance that we left earlier. You see how beautiful and lovely it is, and you can see how very simple it is to make this outfit. If you found my video really helpful, please give me a giant thumbs up, and don't forget to share this video to your friends. Also, if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to click on the subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.